Let's move on to the Commanders at number 11. I'm Chris Hassel, joined by Pete Prisco and Ryan Wilson as well. And you got Kyle Hamilton here. This is a guy, we were talking with Charles Davis last week, Ryan and I, and he has Kyle Hamilton number 1 on his big board.
I think he's overrated.
Were you going to say something bad about
no,
Charles Davis?
No, I like
never said
Charles
a bad
Davis.
word about Charles.
No, I love Charles Davis. I just think I think Kyle Hamilton's overrated. And when you watch his tape, there's a lot of concern there with his ability to turn and cover. He's a big physical guy. Plus, he ran 4.7.
Low 40. Yeah.
That's a terrible time. And the whole thing about him was, oh, he can go sideline to sideline. If you're running 4.7, you're not going sideline to sideline. That's a concern. So I think he's a little overrated. I wouldn't have him as my top safety in this draft even. I could see where people like him because of the look of him, the big physical style. I would not put him at number 1 in any rankings that I would put out. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, Charles. Ryan?
Jeez, Charles can't catch a break here. Here's the thing, Pete. He'll get there eventually, sideline to sideline, just it'll take him 4.7 to get there. He plays faster than that, and you'll admit that, Pete. He didn't look like 4.74 on the field. He ran the 4.59 at the combine, so maybe he's somewhere in between there at his best. I think he's a really good football player. I don't think he's a top 5 pick. I get what you're saying there. And I was actually looking through some recent drafts. I don't think he's better than Minkah Fitzpatrick coming out. I know you and Minkah have a history going back a few years ago, but I don't know how you feel about that either. Would you take Minkah or Kyle in terms of first safety off the board?
Minkah was a corner when he
But he plays safety now.
Yeah, but he was a corner. They drafted him as a corner, so he wasn't drafted. The position value isn't there either.
Is he a top 100 player now?
Yes. If you look at the position, although he didn't play very well at the beginning of last season, I will say that. When the position value isn't there. If I ask you right now, and we've had these conversations before, name the safeties in the last 20 years that have impacted the game. Impacted the game to the point where you go, wow.
Mike Brown of the Bears?
No, Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu. Is Derwin James?
Hey, I just said Mike Brown.
Nah, he didn't impact the game like that.
He was a ball hawk.
He was okay. The bottom line is you don't draft safeties in the top 10 or 11 or 12 or 13. I wouldn't, but I gave him to the Commanders. I think they could also go wide receiver here. And by the way, I'm not mocking. Everybody has their opinion on everything.
Sure.
Charles Davis has his. Chris Trapasso has Kyle Hamilton at number 1 as
Does
well.
he too? Okay.
Yeah, so they're not alone.
Okay, well, again, this is Pete's mock draft. You're making these picks. This is what you think the teams are going to do here.
Correct.
This isn't
It's not what I would do,
what
but I
you
like to
think.
throw my opinion in as well because I play GM every day of the week.
You think you're better than all of them as well.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.